Does hate play a positive role in our lives? Does it serve a purpose? The answer that I have might surprise you. So I was recently talking to some spiritual friends, and they were surprised to hear me say that yes, hate does serve us and it plays a positive purpose in our lives. Why is that, you might be asking? How is that possible? Spiritual traditions have told us that hate is a sin, that we shouldn't hate, that it's low vibration, that we want to let hate go and maybe not even use the word. Look at how many times I'm saying hate. What is that bringing up for you? If it's bringing something up for you, if it's making you uncomfortable, it might have something to teach you. All right, so let's get into it. Why might hate be a good thing for some people, not for everyone? So let me give you a couple examples. Let's say that I had a client that was in an abusive relationship, and maybe it was physically abusive, maybe it's emotionally abusive, maybe it's narcissistic, yet they keep going back. They keep getting pulled back in because the person's charming, charismatic. They say, "Oh, uh, baby, it'll never happen again. I'm so sorry. I love you so much." And they woo them back over and over and over again. Well, in that situation, do you think that hating that abusive partner might actually serve the person that's being abused? Because if we could really get to a place of hate, I hate them so much, I want nothing to do with them, I will never, ever let them in my home again, in my heart again. Sometimes hate is the only way to really close our heart to someone. And you could say, maybe you're saying, "Oh, but you shouldn't close your heart. Hearts should stay open." No, we need to close our heart to certain people so that we can heal and move on and leave toxic situations for good. So that's an instance where hate can really serve us. And later, once we've done our healing, once those cords to the other person have been severed and they no longer have that effect on us, then we can go through and do our forgiveness work. Then we can go through and have compassion and empathy or whatever it takes for us to let go of hate from our hearts. But until then, hate can serve a purpose. It can keep us safe. It can protect us. It can get us out of bad situations. All right, here's another situation where hate serves us. And this one's a little bit more abstract. So I want you to think about a child who maybe they're growing up in an abusive household, or maybe it's a household where their needs just aren't met, where they're really just not attuned to. When they're in pain, no one's really there for them. Maybe they're told to like suck it up, move on, be a man, don't cry, whatever it is that's invalidating our feelings and leaving the person alone in their pain. When there's a painful childhood, the child internalizes that. They don't see that there's any fault with the parent. When they're older, there might, but when we're young, our parents are perfect. They can do no wrong. And in fact, for a period of our early lives, we don't even know that we're separate from our parents. And so we idolize our parents. We put them on a pedestal, and we need to, because they're the reasons that we're alive. Without caretakers, we wouldn't survive. Babies can't survive on their own, and we're not able to survive on our own really for many years. And so our parents are gods. And so if something negative or uncomfortable is happening, we internalize it, we make it about ourselves. I must not be enough. I must not be lovable. There's something wrong with me. And that's why my parents are acting like that. When they tell me I'm stupid or they put me down or Stop crying. Oh, I'm not supposed to be doing that. I need to shape up. What's wrong with me? I'm so stupid. And we turn that hatred inwards. We might not use the words self-hatred, but I've worked with enough clients to know that when we turn those things inwards, there's guilt, there's shame, and there is self-hatred. Never feeling like we're enough, never feeling like we're giving enough, like we're putting enough in, that we're successful enough. Even as children, we can feel like failures if we think it's our role to make our parents happy, if we think it's our role to create a peaceful environment in the home, and we fail. We feel like failures. We feel like we're not enough. There's something wrong with us. Not that the parents are creating an unstable, inconsistent, unreliable environment. The problem is us. So in this situation, at a certain point in development, it's actually helpful and useful to get angry at the parent, to get angry at the caregiver, to get angry at our victimizers, whoever those victimizers might be, so that we stop blaming ourselves for the things that happened that made us victims. When we can externalize the hate, we can take it away from ourselves and start nurturing and caring for ourselves. We can start showing ourselves love and removing the hate from ourselves and give it back to where it belongs, to the people that victimized us. Maybe purposefully, maybe they didn't know any better, but we can do that forgiveness work later once we've really felt into what's going on. Instead of hating ourselves, we can hate that other person. We can be angry. We can be mad. We can be frustrated. We can be resentful. So often we don't allow ourselves to feel those negative emotions. We were punished for those. It's not okay to feel mad, to feel hatred. Yet when we can give ourselves permission to feel all of it without judging it, that doesn't mean we need to take out our anger, frustration, hatred on other people. Yet we can feel it. We can feel it, we can heal it. So if there's hatred there, why shame yourself for the hatred? It's there for a reason. So how could it be bad? How could it be wrong? Your emotions aren't bad or wrong. The actions that we take because of them can be hurtful, bad, and wrong, yet our feelings aren't. So feel it. Feel it all. Feel it as deeply as you can. And then when you're ready, and not before you're ready, you can let that go. You can let go of the hate. Say, I don't want to live with that. I don't like what that's doing to me. I don't like how that feels in my body. I don't like how it's holding me back, how it's creating anxiety, depression, sickness, illness, because I'm holding on to these negative emotions. But when you feel it, you can let it go. And that could be easier said than done because we're not even aware of so much of these things that are going on in our subconscious minds, things that are stored in our bodies. We're not even aware of it. It's subconscious in our subconscious mind. You've heard me say this before. It's 90% of who we are. The thoughts that we think, the actions that we take, the emotions that are under the surface that are hidden for us that maybe we're not able to put our finger on, but we just know something's off. It's coming from the subconscious mind. And so we can quickly transform those negative or low vibration emotions or feelings into more positive, higher vibration emotions. And I want to clarify here, I'm not making any of those emotions right, wrong, good, or bad. It's more of a matter of, is it serving you? Is it what you want to feel and experience? And most of us would say, oh, like, I want to feel good. I want to feel happy. I want to feel joyful. And so much of that is within our power and control, especially when we are doing that inner work of knowing ourselves. Feel it and heal it, and get the support that you need along the way. Don't wait another week, another month, another year, another decade. Feeling and living from the pain that you're feeling right now. Let's take care of it together and really start living the life that you want, the way that you want.